Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm doing awesome. Three things before I get started. One, due to some technical difficulties, a good portion of the beginning of this podcast was cut out. We did have an intro then, so just we'll have to start with the intro now. So sorry about that. And hi, what's up, you guys? Secondly, we'll be discussing a lot of things that happened with regards to the Snyder Cut of Justice League. So if you haven't watched that movie, I strongly recommend you go watch the movie before you come back here. If you intend to watch the movie without any spoilers, please be safe. Please be advised that there will be spoilers. I will warn you when the spoilers start. And most probably will let you know right off the bat. The comment section of this entire podcast will be my field of spoilers. And on that note, let's get right on to it. Nerdgasm.
Yeah.
You were talking about Suicide Squad, I think, and they should shut up. Oh no! Then you started
Oh,
going on. Then you started.
oh,
Then we're
about the
comparing, um,
yeah, yeah.
telling them the scenes from before, from the previous movies aren't really spoilers because if let's be honest, if you
No, it's
haven't
not. Yeah,
if you haven't seen it until this point, then you don't want to watch the movie. Let's be honest. And then you're going on.
yeah, that's true.
No, this thing really interfered with your mojo because you're really going into it. So where were we? You're into the Kinechineka. Stay there.
I think it was just the context of the movie. Yeah, pretty much. But
Oh yeah,
I think wait,
exactly. You're about to tell you about the context of I think the plot of the movie. Maximum use control.
I think I think we're having I think we're having. Oh wait, I don't know if the network is slow, but I
It's
think
from you.
we're back. Okay, cool. It's me now. Yeah, it's probably me. I think it's because of the conversion,
Okay.
but it's almost done.
Yeah, let me check this.
Some, but it's fine now. Mine as well. I think it's almost done.
Mine is at 51%. He says all
Uh,
jealous. He with all jealousy because he knows his friend's computer is better than his. Anyway,
so yeah,
you I think
the
you're going to
Justice League.
yeah based
Yeah,
on
so I was just talking basically on the context of the movie. So, but I
yes.
think we all know. If we don't know by now, then where have you been? But it's basically Zack Snyder shot the 4 hour version of this film of his vision, and then of course he had to step away for personal reasons.
Daughter committed
And there was
suicide.
also yeah, there was also some debate about whether or not he was fired from Warner Brothers. Unfortunately, nobody knows because, I mean, we don't know. We went in that boardroom,
And
and so Joss Whedon stepped in and he gave us his version of the film where he cut it down and he shot some more scenes
he made a
and
hot man.
he gave it the Joss Whedon touch, which I won't lie. When we get to the spoiler discussion, I'd really like to talk more about Joss Whedon. And then,
Same here.
yeah, but yeah, so Joss Whedon cut the film down, added his own scenes, obviously under the context at the time of everyone saying DC's too dark, DC's too dark, we want more Marvel stuff.
Make it
And Joss Whedon certainly did that, making the movie what most people consider an uneven mess, a film that didn't know what it was tonally, and so we all panned the movie. And now, fast forward, here we are. We have the Zack Snyder Justice League in its original vision, original form. The cast all there. So, initial thoughts. What do you think? How do you feel about the Zack Snyder cut?
it's a good movie.
Mm,
Will I put it up there with the classics? No, but
mm,
it does the job. The job, which is to entertain. It was a very entertaining movie. I mean, there are parts where I genuinely got chills. I could even give it the timestamp. Like, whoa.
mm.
I was
Okay.
nerdgasming hard, and I wasn't expecting it because, like, okay,
Yeah.
you've heard me before. I'm not gonna expect much. But then, even with my low expectations, there are things I was like, oh wow, that's actually nice. So
Mm,
I liked it. I liked it, and I also liked that they went it was willing to go there, in that there wasn't going to be apologizing for it being a dark, gritty
mm,
DC universe. It went straight to the point. It's like shit's bad. What you gonna do
that's
about
true.
it? You know?
I mean, yeah, I think for on DC's behalf, they have tried to make the adult person superhero movie. They have tried to make the thinking man superhero movie. Because obviously, when you're watching a Marvel movie, you can literally walk out, come back 20 minutes later, you haven't missed a thing. Exposition's pretty clear. Let's be
No,
honest.
it's
With the
linear.
DC movie, they're trying to make movies for edgy 13-year-olds, but mostly 16-year-olds and above. and
True.
that's and that's
True.
what you get.
True. And oh, I was like, I lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, but which also falls. This also falls under the criticism free part of the movie because it's the same thing. Um, what was missing, I feel like they were. It's like they were. I don't know if they were edging or they were just being edgy for some reason,
Mm.
and they just didn't go dark, or they didn't go. I didn't feel that's the same thing with the original movie as well. I didn't feel a sense of urgency.
You
Really
felt
got
more of an urgency in the Joss Whedon version.
not even,
Or you
not
just mean in
even
general, like in
in
both
general.
versions, you didn't feel like this was the end of the world kind of stakes.
Mm. And I don't know if okay we can. I don't know how do you can we discuss this without falling to the spoilers. Um, it's a good movie. They kept some of the things that they liked in the last movie, which tells me that a lot of what Josh Whedon did was very superficial. The things that I liked in the first
Mm.
movie carried over in this movie. So either they were discussing with each other about things that people reacted positively to, or it was already Snyder's vision and there's just what do you know?
I know
Jack.
for I know for I know for a fact it's the second point. It's because Zack Snyder has not watched the Joss Whedon version, so he doesn't know what Joss even shot. So
That's a lie.
you're absolutely right.
I refuse to
No, it's
believe that.
not. No, it's absolutely true. You can Google it. You can find
Oh
it
my
out.
god.
Just Zach has not watched the Joss Whedon version, so all the scenes that you saw again that you liked were originally Zack Snyder's scenes.
I mean the things that I liked. One of the major things that I really loved was the which is not is it spoilers because it's in both films where the Amazons are fighting against Steppenwolf. It's in both movies, right? I'm putting my hands
Wait, yeah, yeah, it is in both movies. It's
closer. So
obviously a lot different in Zack Snyder's version, but it's
yeah,
both there. Yeah.
and the fact is, you see what I like about what they got right about that island is the fact that it's not supermodels pretending to be Amazon. Those are women.
Mm. No, that's true. Did you see? Oh wait, man, I'll
Them,
save that for later.
you, you see them with their woman muscles, and you know that these is our empire of women, and they
mm.
don't back down because they're women. You know, it challenges the whole feminine trope, which always irks me in the back of my head. And then as much as people don't really like, or some people don't like Wonder Woman for the fact that she does look like a supermodel in an
Mm.
island of oh, but then I mean in an island of Xenos, they hear this,
No, I get you,
but she's
but
part
that's the
God,
thing,
so
though.
she's a part.
Yeah, she's a
Uh,
part Greek god, so of course she's gonna look, you
statuesque.
know. Yeah. Also, I mean, it's definitely not in my wheelhouse, but like we can't be mad at what femininity is supposed to be or what it can be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
I,
it is. It just is. Stop judging that. Don't be like, oh my gosh.
and that's what I love about it is the fact that you don't see women go. It doesn't make women. It challenges the thing that women are inherently weak. and I have never subscribed to that. Women are tough as we are. That's why I loved. That's what I loved the most about Wonder Woman, and that's what I loved the most about Black Panther. I mean, women can kick ass, and they have kicked ass, and they will
Mm.
continue to kick ass. And it's either we catch up
But
to
I
that
get you though,
notion.
because Wonder Woman's the only superhero where everyone is like, as well, where the debate of her looking like a supermodel comes
Mhm.
up. I mean, Henry Cavill looks like he could walk down any runway in the world, but no one's saying anything about that. He looks fucking gorgeous, man.
Right?
He looks like he should be on a Gucci runway, but we don't talk about that
He's
because
God's
he's a
gift.
dude.
He's God's gift to he's God's gift to every single um, every single obscene
Right?
fantasy.
Well, he
Yeah.
is Superman, man. He's a gift to us all, isn't he?
A literal gift from heaven.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep,
oh,
literally.
then, oh.
What I will say is you do get a lot more of the Superman. You do get a lot more, like Superman has a lot more. Not even I'm not saying on screen or off screen, but just you feel the Superman-esque of in the Snyder cut.
Yeah,
I'm not saying what happens or what he does, but you just feel the presence of Superman.
yeah.
In the Joss Whedon one, it was like, oh hey, it's you. And then he
And
punches the villain into the wall and then it's done.
not let's not forget CGI beard.
Yeah, yeah.
That smile, that smile is the stuff of nightmares.
I don't know why. And even then, like Joss Whedon wrote the weirdest lines because I remember there was the one where he wakes up and it's like, and Lois Lane is like, how did it feel being dead? And then he's like, itchy. And I was like, ugh, Joss Whedon.
On
Joss
the face,
Whedon.
like, oh, ew.
Yeah, also I'm very happy there's a lot less Joss Whedon quippiness. Like I really could do with a lot. I mean, that's even why
So,
I enjoyed the MCU post the Whedon era a lot more. When they
so,
took him out, mm,
so basically, what you're telling me, everything good about the Joss Whedon movie was Zack Snyder.
yeah, that's basically it.
I give up. I give up.
Yeah.
But that being said, I agree completely because those are the things I liked in both movies.
Mm.
Now,
Look, mm,
now, I have been polite to all of you with this whole
with the
spoiler
spoiler
free
freeness.
part. Okay,
Yeah.
anything
Wah,
further
wah.
now, anything further now, you're going into spoiler territory. So either you log off or run for your life or whatever. 2, 1, and that being said, what the
Okay, tell me how you really feel.
I mean,
Yeah.
if there's
Okay,
one,
wait. So,
I'm gonna take my notes because I wrote these things down. And there's a part where I wrote it so hard I actually I almost broke my pen because something I dropped hard because the fury that came. Well, come on, let's talk about the things we like first. What did
okay,
you like?
the things that I like are look, my general feelings about the movie is it's actually pretty good. I'd put it in the I'd put it in the A tier of superhero movies actually. I
Yeah,
wouldn't put it in the A plus, but
yeah.
I'd put it in the A's.
It,
And
it,
like what I like about the movie, which a lot of people hate, is the time. I know that splits
wow.
people. I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fact I mean, because the movie doesn't have the luxury of being able to just give us the Justice League. It has a lot of characters it's introducing.
For the
So
love of
it has to give all these people arcs, and we're also setting up a mythology, multiple mythologies. We're being introduced for the first time to Atlantis.
we're going to
We're
talk
getting
about that.
the Amazons. We're getting the mother boxes, Dark Side's whole thing. So yeah, sorry, people, Dark Side's in this movie, and then
No, no, no.
and
We're
then
in the spoiler free zone. Spoiler talk,
it,
talk.
yeah.
Because I've got so much to say.
So there's a lot. So I enjoyed the timing. I enjoyed The
No, no,
visual. Like I said, Zack Snyder knows
and
how to give you some eye candy. That man can give you some
did
amazing
you?
visual.
But you could not have said it better for myself. From the beginning, that was the thing that that popped into my mind. But even though the beginning movie already had a criticism, like really, and the
Yeah.
and
Also,
my
mhm.
criticism was just die already. Holy hell! How long does it take for you to die?
Oh, is this the opening? The literally first 5 seconds of the movie. Ah,
Just die already. Why aren't you
that's
dead?
Zack Snyder though. But that's Zack Snyder, dude. Zack Snyder always gives
But
you slow motion deaths. Jeez, staple,
no, no, no.
staple, man.
And here he broke the mold. I don't know. It's like years of repression finally snapped. Oh, so many slow motions. There were so many slow motions. There were so many slow
Yeah,
motions.
there's a lot. And there's a lot of Aquaman slow motion. Funny enough. Oh, I don't know why, but I noticed it more when it was Aquaman because it was just so excessive. Like it was just like I'm going to the water bridge. Oh,
Exactly.
I'm on top of this boat. It
Hey,
was just a lot of Aquaman slow motions.
but you know
What
what
I
it is?
did like,
But what is
another thing I like,
surprising?
sorry. Mm.
What is surprising? Was how surprisingly low numbers of Jesus references.
Yeah, we only got the one, eh? We
Which was
only got the one.
which one
You
was
know
it?
when he's it's just after he gets the black suit.
Yeah.
And then he flies up into space and then he's like in the sunlight and then you will guide them into the sun, Kal-El. Yeah,
Is
come
that-
on now. That was straight up Jesus imagery.
oh please, that's then
And mwah, it was beautiful. Mwah.
that one I liked. The other one that got me that got a Jesus reference for me was literally the Aquaman on boat. The way he was standing with the light shining behind him. Like
uh,
shame, Jesus cool.
Also, what's up with the weird singing? You know when those the weird girls are
That
singing for Aquaman? I
that
was like,
I don't know why you say weird because that scared the hell out of me. When she was
that was
sniffing
fucking weird.
the guy's
Yes,
dirty, I like oh
but like,
oh.
why? That was so, and also it was so unnecessary. Like, what did it do for Aquaman's character? What did it do for the
the,
plot? What
the,
did it do? Like, even what did it just do in general? It was just weird, out of
did he
place.
hear the song? Does he hear the song while swimming away?
I don't know. I thought Zach was jerking off there for a second, but
Yeah,
like, it was just too much.
low key his low key attraction to Jason Momoa was revealing itself.
Yeah, it was just that was a bit too much.
I
Also, in general, look, I think everyone did the best they could, but in general, I was getting a lot of wooden acting from everyone. And I think and it's
I
not their fault. I think it's because you have to act against a green screen and you can't see what's happening.
yeah.
I mean, and also I think it's the way Zack Snyder directs because he's probably like something's gonna come in slow motion, react to that, and then like oh hey, then something else is gonna come in slow motion, react to that. So like it just didn't feel natural in terms of the acting, and that's across the board. So everyone is I think a very talented actor, but they
Yeah.
all came across very wooden to me. So like even sometimes when I wanted to get invested in, the Flash or
Mhm.
Cyborg or even Wonder Woman, you can tell like Wonder Woman's performance in this compared to in her own movie, completely different. It's a lot more wooden. And I'd always like Ben Affleck, always will, but it's not his fault. But it was
I don't
also a
know.
bit.
I don't know. Some people don't like Ben Affleck. Some people love Ben Affleck. I'm right there in the middle. He's not my favorite Batman by far. He's not in the top
Mm,
10. Oh, because
mm.
I didn't grow up with this Batman. But as somebody who goes and says, "Oh wow, this is Batman," he's a good representation for me because he's representing Batman. People are like Batman
I don't
doesn't. Oh,
know.
Batman doesn't do this. I'm pretty sure Batman lobotomized a few people in his day. I mean,
He's not my Batman.
one of
Nah,
the
my
things.
Batman doesn't kill. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what. Okay, so when Batman used the in the Crisis of Two Earths,
Mm,
when he had to go after Owlman, and he
yeah.
he tricked the equivalent of the Flash into vibrating so fast
Oh
that he could
yeah,
take it back. So he knew that
he
that guy was
killed
going.
him.
He killed him. So all I,
No, he killed him.
if there's one thing I've come to respect about Batman is he would kill his own kind to ensure success. It's just that what he
Oh,
fights for has always been the same.
mm,
That's
yeah, that's
that's
true.
the thing. He doesn't make he has no qualms in making the thing of, oh wait, if I beat this, if I hurt this, if I kill this person, then these people, then I'm no worse than the monster that they've become. He hasn't got this huge identity crisis like Superman. Because when push comes to shove, the universe is going to be destroyed. Kill this person. He's going to kill the person. And
Now,
I
but
don't.
Superman, I don't
Superman
get Superman. For me, Superman's worse. And I'm not talking about in this movie or in the
in
Zack
general.
Snyderverse in general.
In
Just in
general.
general, because
Yeah.
Superman is like, I don't kill people. But the moment they're not from Earth, he will kill anyone under the sun. And I just want to remind him, he's not from Earth. So I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, you don't respect alien. Like, basically, Superman is Republican.
Oh
And
my
like, I'm gonna
god!
put Earth first and I'll kill anybody else. And I'm like, but dude, you're killing aliens. You're an alien. I thought you
you
respected all life.
you are an alien in the mix. Oh my god!
He's just straight up kills people. Also, okay, wait, jumping ahead in this movie, I
Yeah.
don't like. I still don't like the way Superman is very nonchalant about killing. Like I always like a Superman that's like with Zod, he was like, "Don't do this." At least he tried that out. Like,
Yeah.
"Don't do this," and then he
While he
killed
could have
him.
while he could have flown up.
Yeah, in this one, I don't think Steppenwolf needed to die. Like Superman could have literally given him the Superman talk. Like, hey, dude, you're losing. You don't have to do this. And then
When
if he's still an asshole, then you can like put him in the Phantom Zone or whatever. But
that
like
that
Superman didn't have.
that's you see we are going straight into the criticisms now, because that's there's another major issue with regards to Superman
Mm,
in this movie in particular that I have an issue with.
mm,
But let me quickly run past the things I also liked. Quickly, you still
sure.
got list. Alfred, he's sassy for days. I'm so glad.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Like if you could just get that Alfred, because if you grew up and you listen to all the things that Alfred says to Batman and all the other Justice Leagues, he's serving the tea, and he's serving it with as much backside as possible. He doesn't care if you can destroy planets. He's gonna set you off.
Yeah, no, it's true. Alfred's great in this, and I mean, but he was
Absolutely
also great in Batman vs Superman. So I
true.
think a lot of
True.
people walked in with this knowing, yeah.
Yeah, true. And then of course the quotes. There's so many quotes that I loved. The dramatic line: "Evil does not sleep. It waits."
Hey, that was
And
really good.
oh my god, my clothes almost fell off. and
I don't
then
know if this is on your list. There's a Wonder Woman line when she's fighting Steppenwolf for the first time. I don't know if it's on your list. Is it the one
when
where uh, this one belongs to me, and then
he
Wonder
is like, I
Woman's?
belong to
Yeah,
no one. Oh,
I was like,
that
hey.
that that is quintessential Wonder Woman.
Mm.
And then the also things that what I appreciated that I got right here is that Wonder Woman is a warrior. She's going to kill you.
Wonder Woman
Uh,
straight up is like murking everything in her way.
I mean,
Everything.
when she
Humans, aliens,
when she stuck into
anything.
that whole building and those people were trapped, those children are trapped, so that they can go back in
Mm.
the dark ages. The most dumbest subplot in the history of subplots.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whatever.
I mean,
So forgettable, but whatever.
I mean, even when I like when she lifted that guy up with that rope to tell him the truth, I
Mm.
knew afterwards like they cut the scene, but we all know he's dead. She stabbed him.
Yeah, I know no, he's dead. Also, I do just on a tangent here, but I
Yeah,
do see Zack Snyder's action direction is way better than Joss Whedon's
by
because
leaps and bounds.
in the Joss Whedon one, I can barely see what's happening. I don't know the geography. in this version, just that bank sequence, I was like, yo, this
So,
is flipping amazing.
exactly. And then
Yeah.
of course there's Wonder Woman is one of the best things about that movie. About this movie, because then there's the also the Amazon charge. That Amazon charge really,
Yeah.
I got chills. I
Yeah.
was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, because then you see he
Mm,
didn't he retreat. Steppenwolf had to retreat. It doesn't. Oh wait,
mm,
I'm beating you now. I'm leaving. He of course he sounded
yeah.
He's of course he sounded confident, but he saw like, hey,
Hey, I'm losing you.
and
And
the
like
way.
he came through with a whole swarm, and he was like,
Okay,
and he was
bye.
like the last man.
He was the only
Mm,
one left. And I like the way they plan to keep this thing away. They were willing to
mm.
give up their lives to keep the
It was
mother box away.
crazy.
I was like, break the cave. It is what we are doing. It was what we are here for. Okay, not this thing again. Come on, internet, work with me.
Mm,
Okay, yeah, it's fine. So that's what I loved.
there
Uh,
we go.
oh, okay, we'll come back. Okay, is that what I all loved? Oh,
Well,
there's a
we are
lot.
what we're like, yeah, we're like that's like maybe
Oh no no no!
an hour or two into the movie.
One of my favorite scenes about Darkseid. We'll come back. I don't
Mm.
know if you're gonna talk about this. You know the part where Steppenwolf discovers the anti-life equation. I call that scene "Sweetie, help me with the phone, honey." When Steppenwolf discovers the anti-life equation,
Oh yeah.
and then he could see. I call that scene. I call that scene with Darkseid. Like, Desert, give me the phone, honey. Hello. Like, yeah, I found the anti-life equation. And then, excuse me.
Yeah, that's the thing. But that's the thing I don't get though, because as much as I like the scene, it also makes me question the logical part of it. Because why would he forget if he was there? Because I mean, technically, wasn't he was on the planet, right? And he was fighting with
Don't get
the
that,
gods.
that's exactly what you see. That's one of the major issues I don't like. That's the issue I don't like. In fact, I'll call this section. Then if I were to put a section here, I'm gonna call this section. This is not my dark side.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Also,
No,
Darkseid lost to Ares.
thank you.
Ares.
I was like, wait, you got impaled by it?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
How?
Also, where the
Why?
Omega beams?
That's
Where
what
does
I
all?
said. No, my
Is
cousin
it?
was busy defending it, saying no, no, he didn't get the Omega Force at that point. Then he wouldn't know about the anti-life equation. He
Yeah.
wouldn't,
So
because he knew about the anti-life equation after he got the Omega Force, not before.
mm,
So
I don't
no,
know. It just didn't
how
make sense to me.
what fear infuriates me is this, and it's a trend not just with this movie, but it's a consciousness for DC in general. How they're continuously nerfing Darkseid, and it's a trend that's
Yes.
it's a trend that's been going on for years now. Because when I first got introduced to Darkseid, it was back in the whole Justice League television series that we all grew up watching,
Oh yeah.
and he was
Mm.
a monster.
No, it was great.
And
It took like
then
a whole season of
yeah,
build up. Yeah.
and then we got to the point where there was this movie, I forgot it now. Batman, Batman, Superman, Crisis or something. That was a Crisis.
Oh, the one where they no, I know which one you're talking about. The one with Supergirl,
Yes, that
and
one.
then yeah.
That is my favorite. And I know people are gonna hate me for it, but that is my favorite rendition of Darkseid I've ever seen. He is swerving with confidence.
Really?
Yeah, because he's
Mm,
he's he's overconfident because of his intelligence, not
mm,
because of his brute strength, not of his legions that
true.
he can rely on. No, he just was like, okay, you know what? I need to go give this child a hiding quickly. Excuse me, I'll do it myself.
Mm,
He's the opposite of Thanos. He doesn't wait for 20 movies for him to decide to do
yeah,
something.
yeah.
He appears, and he
That's
doesn't
true.
appear with a massive army behind him. Because he literally sent clones of Doomsday to keep Superman occupied on the other side of the island. Then you
Mm,
think, oh wait, he'll send someone to kidnap. No, you get it himself. Excuse
he'll
me,
just do it
hi.
himself. Yeah.
And that's And that's the level of confidence when you know you are a literal god. Why do you need to delegate?
Mm, yeah, dark side in this film.
That side sucks. He
Yeah, he kind of does suck.
he kind of sucks. You made him weak, and I will not forgive you for that. Detective Comics and Warner Brothers, I will not forgive you because you made my
Yeah.
bad boy suck. Why is it? And that's the biggest criticism I have for this whole movie. Why is it I felt more sense of existential dread with Infinity Wars over
Mm,
you guys? I know Darkseid. I've read about him. I've watched his life.
mm,
I didn't know that much about Thanos because Thanos in the Marvel universe isn't really that high tier a villain anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
Compared to, I mean, if you look at it, Galactus is a bigger existential threat in the Marvel canon more than Thanos. Thanos was just a
Mm.
guy with a death wish. But I
Yeah, it was
felt
just a dude in love. Mm,
but I felt more existential dread when he was getting the Infinity Stones because I knew when he got it, he did wipe out half the universe in the comics. Silver Surfer and I forgot a few other characters.
mm.
Adam, thinking,
Yeah, with
um,
Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange. Um,
what's the name? The guy with
oh, I know what you're talking about. The red guy, blonde hair.
Adam something.
Um,
Adam Warlock. There you go. Adam Warlock and
if the
uh,
Marvel fanboys are gonna kill us now, how could you forget?
what? Adam Warlock? What?
Yeah. Gosh.
Come at me.
Yeah, right.
Select your six Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon master. Go on. You. So no.
No, but I get you though. I think for some reason they really didn't stick the landing with Darkseid. I think it's
Yeah.
because when you introduce the villain and the first thing that you see him do is lose, you
Why
kind
are you
of
scared?
yeah, why are we scared? And also to Ares, a villain that lost in another movie to Wonder Woman. So I was like, okay, clearly this is not as big of a problem as you guys
Yeah.
think it is.
I mean, and I know where. You know what irks me even more? I know exactly the template where they took this scene from. And it may surprise most people, but I know some people saw it immediately, and they literally took the page from the opening credits of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They literally did that. And now, here's the difference. Sauron, even in his defeat, it seemed like a stalemate because they kept the ring. And you could
That's
see,
true.
and then you can see just how strong Sauron became as the build-up went along. Like in the Mines of Moria, he's got this massive army there. In
Mm,
uh, when Saruman betrayed them, you felt it when the Black Riders came. You saw it too. It was ominous. It was scary. This one, not only did this
mm,
Age of Heroes beat Darkseid,
mm,
not my Darkseid. Hashtag fake side.
mm.
Let's make fake side a thing, people. Let's make it trend on Twitter. Hashtag fake side. Anyway,
Yeah,
not only did they beat him, they took them. It was a literal win. He was driven back. It wasn't
yeah,
it wasn't a stalemate. I was hoping at least it would be like a stalemate where like, okay, we fought him off, but he took every ounce of whatever we had. And then the reason why they're keeping these mother boxes safe is because we can't destroy it. But if this thing ever comes back, we are all screwed. Which brings me
yeah. I
to
mean, all you had to do is show Darkseid maybe kill a few gods,
yeah,
and we could have actually maybe felt that like immediacy of it. Like,
yeah,
because I mean, when Sauron, like in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings, you're seeing like the carnage. People are
boom,
dying left, right, and center.
boom.
Like, yeah. But in
even
this
though,
one,
even when they're saying when all hope was lost, that's when Isildur took up his father's sword. It's like you can see it, all hope was lost. Here
mm,
it was like, here comes this man, Ares axe spear. He's bleeding. Why
yeah,
is he
yeah.
bleeding?
Not only is he bleeding, he's running away like a little bitch. And I was like, ugh.
I
And
mean,
that's your opening to Dark Side. That's
that's
the first. And I
that's
was like,
no. Why should we be scared? And that's the other thing that brings me to mind when when okay, even if to were to play on with this thing about Darkseid being this ominous threat, the way these heroes, this Wonder Woman and Batman are so casual about recruiting these people.
Oh,
It's
like they're just like,
it's
hey guys, something's happening. Do you want to join?
yeah.
Look,
I
the
mean,
Flash one is cool.
yeah. The
I
Flash one they
enjoyed
did.
that because it showed.
The Flash one is
Mm,
they did right, and I've got such plot questions from there. You have no idea. But what the one that annoyed me the most was one when it was Aquaman. I was literally no.
uh,
There's no time to. I'm studying something. We should unite. The simple line would have been, "I don't care where you are. I don't care where you come from," and that's the Batman I know. I don't care what you come from. I
mm,
don't care where what issues you've got with your family or not. We all have issues. But if you don't get our act together and work together, everyone is going to die.
mm,
And that's what else I was expecting from Wonder Woman to tell Cyborg. I don't care if you want to fuck the world. I don't care if your daddy fucked you over. I don't care what your issues are. The fact remains, if you don't tag along, everyone is going to die.
I think that's why the movie could have benefited from someone in the league having some experience with Steppenwolf before they came together.
Yeah,
So
like
like if Batman had fought Steppenwolf, I mean, and then somehow miraculously survived with some, ingenious Batman getaway.
mhm.
And then with all the fear that he has and some insight into Steppenwolf, then he goes to recruit everybody. Then I think we'd feel a lot more for his recruitment. But
Yeah,
now he's busy telling people, look, we need to join. And he's like, why? Because it's
yeah.
something that I just don't feel okay. Something doesn't feel right. I just feel a lot better if we all just join hands.
No, because
And I was like, that's weird.
Batman should have been honest because I killed Superman.
True, but like
I was,
remember his
I,
motive his, hmm, his
I,
motivation is Batman vs Superman, not just killing Superman, but like when he's talking to Lex Luthor in Arkham, which is
yeah.
also another thing I got a question mark on. Why is Lex Luthor in Arkham? But whatever. So he does talk to Lex Luthor in Arkham, and then Lex Luthor's like, "It's coming!" Ring, ding, 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 ding.
The bell
Memes
has
for
rung. It
days.
can't be
But
unrung.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, but there's no visual or immediate threat that makes us as an audience dread what's going to happen. We're just going off of hearsay, and so is Batman. And
hmm
so that's not an interesting or intriguing thing to see. Like with the ring, when Gandalf was losing his shit, we know because we saw it, and like
yeah.
we can believe shit's
We
gonna
could feel
pop.
it exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and that's what I'm getting at. It's that um, even the reason that, and which brings me to the other issue. The reason they brought back Superman, there was no need.
Uh,
It, there was no reason to bring him back. Like
yeah, I'm still.
I've never fought someone so powerful before, or maybe once. I was like, no, honey, you were beating him.
Uh,
That once,
yeah, you were
once,
actually.
once again, you guys retreat. You forced him to retreat, which means you were
You.
beating him.
Mm,
No, we must retreat. He was so powerful. Oh my God, he's so strong. We need someone more stronger than us. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, plus I don't actually get the Wonder Woman thing because Wonder Woman is like very fucking strong in this movie. And also she's like a warrior, like she's a warrior and she's always like projected as someone who wants to, fight the best. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say she's not Goku,
yeah,
but she's always like, I wanna fight the best so I can prove I'm the best and blah blah
yeah.
blah.
I,
And
I,
this one
I don't
and
need
she
no
was
man.
kind of and she was kind of whooping Steppenwolf's ass for most of the movie until she wasn't. So that's why I was like, okay, I guess we need Superman. I mean, I don't see why, but the plot says so.
Exactly. That's what it is. The plot says he must come back. I was hoping the crisis would be so dire that despite their common sense, they'd figure out that let's bring back this man.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it,
mm,
everyone, even the mother box was saying, this is a bad idea. Don't bring him
mm,
back. But that I wanted it to be so desperate and saying, don't bring him back, but okay, if you don't bring him back as food anyway. I didn't
Wait,
get
what
that.
else do you like? What else do you like in the movie? Sorry, before we completely bash it, what else do you
Well,
like?
I've already started bashing. Let me see what else did I write in my notes. Like the quote, like I said, quote, hate is useless. And yeah, you also touched the why is Henry Cavill so handsome?
Yeah, Henry Cavill is like fucking beautiful, man.
Like, oh
And
god.
he's always been in all these movies.
I
No,
know,
he looks great.
but this one is even worse. I mean, like, okay, put on. I was like, even I had to like put on your shirt quickly,
Is
cause,
it too
cause,
distracting?
I
Like,
mean,
what's going on?
because at this rate the soldiers are all gonna surrender. It's like he's too gorgeous. You know,
I mean,
have you watched Rick and
mm,
Morty?
yeah, I have watched Rick and Morty.
There's a scene where Jesus shows his abs and everybody goes down on their knees.
Uh,
That's Henry Cavill for you. It's like, we surrender.
I actually, the weird thing about it is like, I actually missed Superman. Like
Yeah.
even when he was on screen, I wanted more Superman, but like with slight tweaks, because
Mm-hmm.
I really like this hopeful Superman. I really enjoy like the voiceover, lead
Yes.
them in the sun. I really
Uh,
enjoyed all of that, but it was still a bit weird because
it was
he was
choppy.
still edgy. Yeah, it was choppy and it was
Yeah.
like edgy Superman, and I was like
And why
weird.
and
And also,
why does it have the
I don't.
black uniform in the first place? I thought they'll touch up on that
Yeah.
because I know, if I'm not quite mistaken, and you can correct me, nitpickers.
Mm,
Anyway, if you the reason he wore the black uniform when he came back from the dead is because it catalyzes sunlight. It helps him catalyze sunlight better. So it
mm.
was like it's basically like him in a cast. You know, like if he had a broken arm, he'd be wearing a cast.
No, I totally, I get you. Yeah, but in this movie, it didn't mean
Like
that.
he walks on the hall. Nope, nope, been there, done that. Nope, because I literally died. I'm gonna put this black one on.
Yeah, like I
Because
thought they were
no,
trying to go.
because oh
I
wait,
thought they were trying
because
to go with like. I thought they were trying to go with like Superman has a new philosophical outview on the world, and that's why he's wearing the black suit and he's
nope.
been reborn, not just physically but mentally, philosophically. He has a new outlook on the world. But when you watch the film, I'm like, this is the same guy who died in Batman vs Superman. I'm not really seeing a
Exactly,
difference here.
exactly. And
So
what
it lost me there.
and what makes it even worse is that it's um he gets yeah it's that it kind of low key means shows that he's like the uniform for me tells it makes it seem like Superman is fanboying after Batman. It's like he's got the biggest man crush.
Oh, nah, man. I think it's what it suffers from the Zack Snyder curse of over referencing because he likes to over reference from comic books,
Yeah,
but then
true.
he doesn't know why he's doing it. Like I remember
Yeah.
there was a whole like in Batman vs Superman, he was doing all the Dark Knight Return stuff,
Mhm.
but it wasn't. But it was so out of context with what it originally meant in the comic books. It
Yeah.
was just wasted, and I hate that he does that all the time with
I,
DC characters.
oh yeah, the other thing that I hated. Okay, I know you guys.
Oh, we're hating now. Okay,
Yeah, we are
cool.
hating. We're hating. We're still in the hating. The one thing that also got me, that irked me, like really scratched in the back of my head was all the slow motion scenes except the last one of Flash. There's the one we've seen already where he throws the bat. The, why is it called a
Mm.
batter? Why is it called a battering? It's a shuriken.
Yeah, I guess it is a shuriken.
But
I don't know.
when
I
he
don't know.
throws the bat shaped
White man of the
shuriken,
'60s.
is
The white men of the '60s didn't want to say shuriken.
because
Also,
what?
I guess they were hating on the Japs then.
Oh yeah, what the
It's
fuck?
like, yeah. uh,
But in his defense, back then it was a batarang because it literally came back.
yeah,
If you pay attention to them,
I guess it did. Yeah.
because somebody it was. This one, it's a shuriken. Anyway,
Wait, can I go to my one of my biggest gripes? Right,
yes,
one of the things that in the movie that Lewis fucking Lane. Lewis fucking Lane is like the thing that just destroys not just this movie, but all of them: Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League. I can't fucking stand Lois Lane. Look, I'm not hating on Amy Adams. I'm hating on the Lois Lane character. So please don't get angry. I have nothing against Amy Adams. The Lois Lane character is annoying as shit. She doesn't do shit. She's always important for no fucking reason. Like it's always in Man of Steel. We need this human woman. Why the fuck do you need this human
Why?
woman?
Why?
Then what the fuck? Then in Batman vs Superman, she's got the helicopter. She's going to go help Superman. She picks up the spear.
Why?
Oh wait, but then she drops the spear in the water. Then she tries. Then she almost drowns trying to get it. Then Superman has to fucking save her again. Anyway, so I'm like, why the fuck are you even here? And then wait, I guess she's there to do the whole Martha bullshit. But still, that's still something that everybody hates anyways.
It's
So
not
then
that.
we get to this movie, and then we keep grieving with Lewis, and we don't give a fuck.
Was
We don't
she
give a fuck,
grieving?
people. We don't
Was
give
she
a fuck. And
grieving?
then another thing that happens,
Oh wait,
and then
hold up, hold up,
yeah,
hold
she is
up.
grieving.
The internet is unstable. Is it gonna do the crazy thing again? Holding,
Uh,
hold, test, test, and okay, okay. Welcome to South Africa, boys. Ping.
yeah, welcome, people. You're watching Nerdgasm, and then so. Uh,
I should put them. I should do the thing again. We put up the logo. Boom.
yeah, no, but like I just can't stand Lois Lane's character, and
I I
and
I
also I
I
hate the way
liked
she's written.
I liked the Louis Lane character back then when I was young and I was naive because for me it represents the ideal, the one thing that kept Clark as human as possible. Because take away Lewis in the old, like I'm talking about in the back in the good old days, Superman,
Yeah, yeah,
where Lex Luthor was, I don't know what ethnicity he was.
yeah. Wait, are you talking about in the Justice League cartoon? He looked
Yeah,
very ethnically different there. I
yeah,
must say, I don't know what he was, but he looked different. Yeah,
but that's my Lex Luthor. That sleazeball is my Lex Luthor. I hate this Lex Luthor. I will
yeah,
always hate this Lex Luthor. I don't know what
yeah.
they're gonna do to make him to make me like this Lex Luthor because I will hate him. But anyway,
No,
that being
but
said,
we're going to Lewis. Yeah, Lewis. Look, I don't hate Lewis.
mm,
Lewis Lane as a character. I hate her in this movie as a character.
in,
Like in outside of this movie, I think she's a great character.
mm,
She's smart. She's always the one that's driving the plot forward. She's always
she
the one who's investigating uh, Lex Luthor. In fact, Superman's getting in her way because she's trying to expose Lex's fucking bullshit. But then the headlines are always focused on Clark, on
yeah
Superman. So therefore,
yeah yeah
he's saving her, but he's also ruining her career at the same time. It's kind of funny, but
and
but
and
I like that. In
and
this,
more often than not, she's the one who figures out the plot before Superman.
yeah, I
More
mean
often than
Clark's,
not,
yeah, because
Clark is
she's
as
a
dumb
great,
as nails.
and she doesn't even do what she doesn't. She's not a good investigative journalist in any of these movies. Like she never does. She never finds out anything to actually like that before the audience does.
You know what I mean?
Like we
It,
never like, oh hey, Lewis put the pieces together.
together. Oh
No,
wow! I mean, she figured out who Batman was.
yeah, and like also I feel like she hasn't she have just
I,
basically fuck Lois
I
Lane.
mean,
That's all I can say.
the only reason why I felt like Clark Kent was still so close to Lois is like she's the only person in this whole city who discover him. So he needs to stay close to throw her off her scent all the time. I think that's the only reason that this close is like wait, oops, oops, oops. Because she figured out in a matter of days who Batman was, Batman's true identity. It was a whole
Yeah,
crossover,
not in this movie though. This
but
movie
not
she's dumb as fuck. She doesn't investigate shit. She didn't even figure out Lex Luthor's plan. But then again, I can't blame her because fucking Lex Luthor's plan didn't make any goddamn sense, anyways.
yeah, true.
But
The, the
whatever.
only the only place the only person that can make sense to would be the Joker. And that being said, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Joker broke Lex Luthor out. And here's my evidence. Why was the guy? Why was the person that can that typical ha ha
Yeah,
ha
why
cackling?
was
That cackle tells me already that no, it's actually the Joker who broke him out.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like Zach has a clear love affair for the Joker, and he wanted to put the Joker in Batman vs Superman, but he had to go with Lex Luthor. So we've got this weird
Yeah,
combination of Lex Luthor that we know, and like with Joker tendencies,
yeah,
and like, and it's like we could have. I think if we had actually just made that character the Joker,
yeah.
maybe the movie would have even been slightly better because the Lex Luthor we're getting, I
I
don't
don't like.
understand him.
I do not like him.
I
I
don't
do
like
not
him.
like him. I do not like him. Anyway, so are we are still going on about the things that we hate because there's this one thing that I hate more than any other thing. You know, Darkseid. Darkseid was the way I hate Darkseid was a contender because heck,
Wow.
even the way he looks was also grabbing me
Mm,
because for me,
mm.
right, this Darkseid looks like Marvel's The Thing cosplaying as Darkseid. What?
You know what?
Am I
Darkseid
right?
looked like no, Darkseid looked like shit, dude. And like I tried to let it go, but I couldn't let it go. And I tried to. And the thing is, I wanted to forgive them because I'm like, you guys been trying to make this movie,
You know?
but Darkseid looks like shit, guys. And like obviously, we all are comparing him to Thanos. Let's not lie. Don't be like, no, but it's a different thing. No, no, don't lie to yourselves. We're all comparing him to Thanos. Thanos actually looked like a normal thing. I don't know what the fuck Darkseid looks like. Darkseid looks like a PlayStation villain from PlayStation 2 that I had to find. He looks like a villain in God of War. And
that,
I just don't
that
like
needs to
that.
be depixelated.
Yeah. And also, nah, I just, also, I don't know if was there an actor behind there? I don't know
I don't
how the
know.
mechanics of it,
I don't know. I
but
don't care
I,
because the way they made
that's the
him
thing.
look,
I don't care.
yeah. And then his eyes were all wrong. I mean, really, his, his the Moga glow is supposed to, it's supposed to be the entire eye. Now, maybe I'm nitpicking, which I am. I'll admit, but I couldn't. When a dark side appeared and his eyes are all blue, it's like, okay, okay, is that supposed to be you? Why aren't you? Why are you wearing only a dress? Where's the top part? At least they put the top part afterwards.
Yeah. Uh,
But then,
no,
uh, but
sorry.
then
What's the thing you hated? Yeah?
when they got struck by lightning and like, okay, where are the omega beams, and
And,
and
and
and and
and
then
Ares to the rescue.
Ares, fucking Ares,
uh,
out of all gods.
fucking Ares.
And why was it? Okay, how many other gods were there? Was
Uh,
Artemis there? Was Athena there?
I don't know why, but it just
It
irks
was
me that
just
it was
Zeus.
Ares.
It's
It
not
irks
Ares.
me.
Ares is the. It's like
Didn't Wonder Woman kick your ass in
I'm not.
another movie, and
I'm not.
now
I'm not even
and
talking
now you
about.
out here?
I'm not even talking about that. The fact that, like, even canonically speaking, Ares is a dumbass villain.
Yes, but it's
Is a
so
dumbass
sad
villain.
that they got Ares. It's so sad that they got Ares to
They
take
gave
out Dark
Ares
Side.
that. They gave Ares the. Oh no,
They gave
no.
Ares the ultimate W in the
And
entire
then
universe.
and then
Ares.
and then to make things
Well,
worse, there is the do. Here, let me
I
calm.
would have preferred. I would have preferred if they like tricked Darkseid to like shoot himself with his own Omega beams, and then he retreated. Then I
Yeah,
would have been like, "There you go,
you know,
something worth doing."
you know,
But
and his Omega beams look so stupid when they actually showed them.
what when
Is that
he
it?
when he kills Aquaman, ugh, that was dumb.
With a little beam, pew, that pew. Like that
Also,
thing's
but
supposed to
also,
hit like a tank.
but in general, all the underwater scenes were very underwhelming to me. I don't know why, but whenever they were underwater, the
Yeah,
movie bored the shit out of me.
which
Anytime.
which brought me that contrast because it was here. It was, if you look at the Amazons, they were armed to the teeth in that locked
Mm.
position. When it cracked,
What the fuck is?
ha!
That's also what I
And
don't
then
get because they trying to. Why did they make what's his name? The current or in the movie timeline,
Yeah,
the king of Atlantis is what? Is it the sea was sea master, I guess, but like at
yeah.
the time he has a name. But I don't understand. Why is he purposefully dumb? Like,
Why
I
is
don't
he
understand. He does know that if Darkseid gets the mother boxes, he's gonna die too.
true,
So I'm
right?
like, why is he dumb? Like he's like it's inexplicably dumb. Like he's just dumb. And I'm like, this
Where
doesn't make
is
sense to me.
where is your army? Where are your
Yeah.
gods? Why? How can the Amazons be better prepared than freaking Atlantis? They have the same cultural
Yeah.
history. They know what's at stake. I
They
understood
do know it's
mankind forgetting because mankind is forgetful. The world of men, yeah, I also saw it. Even like when they buried it, like,
mm,
oh, how dumb can you be? But it's men. But Atlantis, out of
yeah.
there would have been
And it's
two
not like
arc cannons.
Darkseid. It's not like Darkseid is just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna just kill the human beings and leave. No, he's going to destroy everyone.
Everything, you know.
So I don't understand the logic there. I thought it was very dumb, and I
And
guess they just
then,
wanted a way to not have him in the movie. But
and
it was
here,
just dumb.
and here's what broke me the worst. Here you are. They've managed to successfully combine these things, right? Or rather,
Mm,
the other mother boxes, the boom tube is opened. Steppenwolf
mm.
apparently went, and of course they put they pulled the ultimate end game kind of reverse Uno. Let's call it what it is.
Mm.
The Flash breaking the Speed Force and reversing time is basically you're gonna call it pulling an end game now because they did it first, even though it's been
Yeah,
happening this
even
whole
though
time.
yeah, and this movie was written and made way before Endgame was, so
True that. But
gotta give him that.
here's the thing: when you are Darkseid and you are that powerful, and you just saw Steppenwolf's head just get cut off and you squish it
Mm,
with your biggest boot, and you see a Kryptonian, an Amazon,
mm.
um, a cyborg,
Yeah,
a, a
an
speedster, and
Atlantean.
an Atlantean, and then we are all just looking at you. There's no army behind them. There's no
What are you
military
waiting
anything.
for?
That's what I was like. And step
What are you waiting?
through. I would have forgiven his underwhelming appearance at the beginning had he just stepped in, whipped them so bad that they thought the only way they can beat him is to kick him back into the boom tube, which is of course a
Yeah,
plot,
because
which is of course a plot of the
mm,
of that other movie already. What's the name of the movie? Oh yeah, Justice League.
I think it's Justice League. Yeah, yeah,
Wait, because
the
it's the whole
Justice.
it's the animated one, kids. Go watch it.
Mm,
Basically, that's what
it's
happens
way
there.
better. It's actually way better than this movie, but
Even though I
and it's
hate that,
also done in a shorter time.
even though I hate the dark side because they nerfed him, he got blinded. How the hell?
No, but
It's
I understand. He got
and
stabbed in the eye by Wonder Woman's sword. That makes sense to me. Come on now.
sort of,
And at least in that one, yeah.
sort of.
No, he did. He got stabbed in the eye by Wonder Woman's sword. I
Uh,
mean, that's good enough. That's good enough. Also, Darkseid was generally intimidating in that movie, and he actually
yeah.
had a smart plan. And I don't. And he wasn't waiting for anything. He just went to go do the job. In this
But
movie, I was like, "What are you waiting for?"
that and now
The
here's
moment Steppenwolf told him, "Yo, the anti-life equation is
this
here,"
is here.
Darkseid should have been like,
Boom.
"Oh shit, okay,
What?
boom, I'm
What?
here."
Where? Where is it? Okay, give me exactly five.
Yeah,
What about the cube? Forget the cube. We got the coordinates, don't we? Yeah, we
yeah.
do.
Also, it would.
Boo! And that's also what brings it to mind. That that fusion dance with the cubes, right? Is it to
Yeah.
open it? All I understood is it's supposed to kill everybody and then make them into parademons.
I
So,
don't know what it actually does because
so
in the movie we saw, it just blew the world to hell.
yeah,
But then in the exposition they gave us, it said everyone would turn into slaves.
yeah.
So so I don't know. It just does whatever the script tells us it
That
does. I
being
don't.
said, so the boom tube technology doesn't really rely on the mother boxes, does it?
Not in this. Not in this verse. No.
Thank you. Meaning, Darkseid could just easily have just opened a boom tube and sent his entire army. Why does it have to go through
Yeah.
the old way? What's the purpose
I
of the old way?
Look, we clearly know that Darkseid is dumb in this movie for no reason at
I mean,
all. No reason at
your
all.
your
Which I think
ultimate prize is like,
would have been a good chance to have a rewrite. I think we could have had a decent rewrite could have been, let's say, for example, Steppenwolf finds out that the anti-life equation is on Earth. He
yeah.
doesn't tell Darkseid because then now he decides to be the traitor that they keep telling us that he is,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's going to take it for himself and maybe overthrow Darkseid. And then in the end, when he's getting his ass whooped, then he's like, Darkseid, help me. By the way, the anti-life equation is here. Then Darkseid, oh, really? Is it? Then he'll be
Really?
like, I kill him, and then step through and be like,
Yeah,
it's my
yeah,
turn
because they're
now.
like, what? Boom tube opens, Ed is busy trying to
Mm,
survive. Omega beam,
mm. Yeah,
he turns into vapor. Everybody, oh, he
there
steps
we go.
through,
Then
and he steps through
that,
with his arm. You know,
mm,
what I like about Darkseid is like he always had his arm tucked behind his back. That confident,
mm,
that confident.
that arrogance.
Yeah, I always call it the Nazi walk because that's how I imagine
Mm,
the high level Nazis would be walking around in the concentration
that's
camps.
that space Nazi.
Yeah, so here enters Space Nazi Satan God,
Mm.
and then he proceeds to beat them up until they manage to. Cyborg then realizes, okay, I can reverse the boom tube and suck him back. Whoops! What are you going to do
Yeah,
now? And that's the other thing. This movie, let's call it what it is. This movie was basically a cyborg movie. The whole time
yeah, yeah.
they've spent so much time explaining these are your powers. This is what you can do. This is
Mm.
what you do. But what's going to happen? And Cyborg, let Cyborg is the most Marvel-like character of them all. By that I mean they had issues.
Oh yeah. And he's also the least godlike. Like you know how like everyone's always
But
like
then
got
but
the
then
god,
he's got
the
like
Greek
God
god
level.
mythology.
But he's got God level skills. At some point, it's like this is he's kind of OP now. So you're telling me you can launch every single nuke at the same time?
Yeah, but the other gods are like like for example, when I look at the other superheroes in the DC universe, they don't
Yeah.
hate themselves. They just are very alienated in their worlds. So they're not saying, "Oh God, why am I like this?"
Yeah,
They just have a hard time relating. Cyborg's the one who's like, "Oh, I hate myself," and I
and
was
then
like, "That's a very unlike DC unlike thing to have."
but then here's the other point. Where did he get to accept himself? Where's that scene that says, "All right, this is me. This is what I'm here to do."
It's the last scene. And so when he's trying to split up the mother boxes and then he sees the
Yeah,
visions, but it's also very it doesn't the thing is it's done very quickly and
and
there's
and
no
I
you
and,
don't get time to be
I
emotional about it.
and here's the part I think they were poking fun at. They were poking fun at Endgame for a very deliberate fun at Endgame. There's this one
Hmm.
scene. Do you know which scene was that?
Let's go get that son of a bitch.
Well, like,
Now, as soon as I saw that, I was
I'm
like,
like,
really? Really?
really? Are you gonna throw
Yeah,
shade now? Are
really?
you throwing shade now?
Let's go get that son of a
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
I was literally like,
No, I was
I
like,
think
no.
I've seen this movie before.
I even wrote it down here. No, Cyborg, you're not Captain America.
Yeah, you're not. Also, it is I don't know. Cap earns the line because it means so much.
But
But like
you,
with Cyborg, I'm like, whatever, man.
you lost your dad, of which you hated. You rescued him,
Yeah, you're
but
like, yeah,
even when you were rescuing him, it seemed like a grudge purchase. It was like, I'm rescuing him because you're my
yes,
dad. There's no
yeah,
father, no. Even when he was dying, it was like, Dad, no, no. It's like, Cyborg, just
yeah. Look, I'm
you
sorry. Maybe Justice League, maybe you did it first, but Avengers did it
did
better.
better.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
And that
yeah,
being
they really
said,
did.
oh yeah, here's this thing. I'm gonna even call it. You see, the last section I'm gonna call no cap. Hey, no cyborg, you're not Captain America. This section, this section is going to
Again,
highlight.
what other Captain America shit did he do?
No, 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 no. There's something else completely. Something else that irked me to the point where, like I said, you see how much I hate Darkseid and I hate Cyborg
Mm,
and I hate all these things.
mm,
There's the one thing
mm.
that I hate more than any of these things put together. And do you know what that is?
What? What?
Martian Manhunter is an asshole.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
He is
I'm sorry. I
the
actually, I actually blocked that out of my head. Actually, that never happened. I actually, in my head, it actually was
what
Martha Kent, and after the dream sequence, the movie ended. None of that Martian. Yeah, sorry, but go ahead.
He is the biggest ass. If he is who he is in this movie canonically, do you know what that implies? Do you know what that
Then he tried
implies?
to kill Superman, and then he gave up Superman, tried to kill him.
Number one,
Dark,
number
what's
one,
that?
these aliens come from outer space and they want this other alien. That's nothing.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah,
read
no,
his
he even sold
mind.
him out. Yeah.
You can read his mind. You know his motives are noble. That's nothing. He comes, they start terraforming Earth, and the
You
Superman
do
comes in a flag,
nothing.
and you still. I was like, whoa, wait, guys, excuse me. All right, Mr. Superman, let's talk quickly. Listen, look, I like your plan, but let's make a change. You fly
Yeah.
to you fly to the North Pole and keep and
Yeah.
go back to your ship. I will take care of the I'll go take care of this machine of that machine because let's face it. Do you know how strong
Mm.
Martian Manhunter is? He could have broken that machine
Yeah.
by himself
He
because
could
he
have even
is
fought
not
Zod.
affected by the gravity well.
Yeah.
So he
He
could
could have
have
even fought Zod, but no.
no, then he would
Not
have
Martian
broken
Manhunter.
he could have broken that machine. Then after that, Superman would have stopped Zod in the North Pole. Guess what? Earth is safe. There is no need to terraform. Then they could have gone all together to take down that big man with without his
You
interference.
know what?
There is no need for Batman versus Superman. Do you know that?
You know what's so funny?
And
If
then,
you think about it,
yeah.
in Batman vs Superman, Doomsday is destroying the shit out of everything, and Martian Manhunter's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?"
Gonna give
He's
a
like, "Nuke
he,
it,
he's
nuke
like
it."
you can like God have mercy on us
Yeah,
all. But you also
yeah,
have
yeah,
Superman. And then it's like, okay, the guy's landed. What about the other person?
yeah.
That other person is Superman, so he hasn't come down. I'm like, and go say that.
No, Martian
He
Manhunter. If
he could
if
have.
it's true, Martian Manhunter's an asshole.
He is
He's
the
the biggest
biggest
asshole in this whole
asshole
movie.
of them
This is a
all.
whole movie.
Of them all.
This is a
And
whole
then to make it worse, now you've come to this crisis. All he does is give Lewis a pep talk. A pep talk. What? Never mind, I can shapeshift to different forms. I can literally look like I could literally look like a kraken. I could basically, I could basically tank Steppenwolf by myself. No, not my Steppenwolf. Not no. He is the biggest asshole of them all. I will.
Look, I think you're right. Martian Manhunter is the worst thing about that movie. You're absolutely right. Because it
No.
also just feels it not only does it just bring up too many questions, but
Yeah.
it also just doesn't gel in the movie itself. Like whenever it happens in the movie, it just sticks out. And it's like and also he looks horrible. The CGI looks fucking disgusting. Looks terrible. I would have preferred if they gave him like Star Trek makeup. Like
That's
put
true.
them fucking put like put him in like hours of makeup because that shit was not working for me. It was just not.
It wasn't working. It was
I
not
was
appealing to look at. But because let's be honest, Martian Manhunter is like the Piccolo of 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 of, of DC. In
mm,
the by that I'm saying he's the token black guy,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
and that is all. You've now made him. He's literally the deadbeat dead trope of every single black American household that we've loved, we've grown to associate about black people because Oh no, we are all dying. I'm not sure these kids will sort themselves out. Fuck them, kids.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't get his motivations because he clearly knows what's at stake,
You are a
but he
Martian
just
from outer
doesn't care.
space. You're a Martian from outer space. The aliens coming to destroy the planet. Hmm. Why did you leave your planet in the first place? Could it be that something wiped out your entire planet too? So you could be losing your family again. Oh wow. Maybe you should do something this time. Hmm. Nah, let me go talk to this lady. She's depressed. We need you, Louis. Oh, yo. Okay. It's out of my system.
Yeah, I hate Martian Manhunter in this. I think he's actually just a piece of shit. But like the movie would have done so much better if they just took him out because he literally served no purpose. Because like even his
What?
advice to Lewis, what did it actually bring
Accomplish.
to the table?
Yeah, what
Nothing
did
really.
accomplish?
And
Yeah.
then yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
It was just glorified fan service. And then even at the end, oh hey, I'm the Martian Manhunter. Bruce, you did so well. And then if I'm Bruce and a random alien is giving me props
It's
and then
London.
my parents love me, I'd literally be like, where the fuck have you been?
You know,
That's the Bruce I know. Where the fuck have you been? I
number
was
one.
out here recruiting you.
Yeah, yeah. That's number one. Number two it would have been, wow, I can read your mind. Oh, wow, those aren't. You're not having nightmares, right? They're kind of visions.
Also, actually, that's you know what? I have to say the visions to me are actually my number one. More than Martian Manhunt for me, it's the visions because the visions don't have any. The mechanism in which they come in is not explained
Yeah,
because in Batman vs Superman, it's not explained, but there's a cause and effect. So like, Flash is there talking to him, and then for
yeah.
some reason he sees the future, but that's still bullshit to me. But that's what happens, and I let it go. Fine, whatever. Fine, I'll let it go.
What's the point of the
Bullshit,
joke?
but there's a cause and effect. In the third one, I mean, sorry, in Justice League,
Hmm.
I don't understand what causes the visions because technically they're pushing the mother box towards Superman's body, and then they jumpstart him, and then Cyborg sees everything. I'm like, how the fuck did Cyborg suddenly see the future? This
Because
doesn't make any sense to me.
they're trying to imply that the mother boxes operate outside of time, so everything that is
Oh,
happening has already happened.
really?
Yeah,
Oh shit! When the fuck did that happen?
but then they say that it exists they're from a different universe, indestructible, and only mother boxes can turn a match, can turn
Oh, I'm
ashes
sorry,
back
guys.
into a house, blah blah blah. So,
I was clearly not paying attention at that point. My apologies. Jesus.
but that being said, you see these visions, and then everybody is like so content in not at least following up on this nagging feeling in the
Oh,
back
on
of
their
their head.
visions.
It
That's
is.
true. Because Cyborg is like, no. And then the moment Superman comes back, he's like, oh, well, remember that thing I saw where Superman's destroying the whole world?
you
I
know,
forgot about it.
or,
Everybody carry on with life.
or that part where, oh, uh, no,
Or even Bruce. Bruce did see himself die, right? Superman did kill him
twice.
in his vision.
I mean, it's
And he's still, yeah. And he's still like, nah, it's okay.
yeah,
Everything's cool.
that's
So,
okay.
so for
We
me,
need
the number,
we
my number one gripe
we need
are the
him back.
visions.
Yeah, but here's the because they get even weirder if you think about it objectively. I mean, if you you can't be outdone by Attack of the Clones, Star Wars. I mean, Star
Or
Wars, the end scene where Obi-Wan was talking to Mace Windu and Yoda, and Yoda
mm,
was like, "No, he's full of lies and deceit and trickery now." But even there is like,
mm,
even that may be, I feel we must keep a closer eye on the sanity. It shows there is
Mm.
plausibility to follow up on something. You are getting hints left, right, and center, and you are not,
For multiple movies.
and you're not saying, let's follow up on this, because we see that's a big problem. But I think there's also a bigger, there's an issue with Superman that we must look into. Save the girl. Save the girl from what?
Yeah. Look, I don't know. There's this weird thing in the movie where everybody just suppresses shit. Like it's like Darkseid's like, oh hey, I was on Earth, the anti-life equation was there, but I'm suppressing it. I've forgotten. Oh,
Yeah,
Batman's like, oh hey, I saw a vision where Superman kills me. You know, he's taking over the whole world, but I've decided to suppress it. Cyborg, same thing. I'm suppressing it. I don't know. Everyone's like willfully ignorant, and I
yeah,
don't understand because it doesn't make sense.
and it doesn't add to any sense of foreshadowing because now it doesn't
It,
seem like,
mm,
because what I would like to think that if it's all part of Darkseid's plan, you know, like it's this big plan that he'd force them to resurrect Carlisle so that he could use them as a weapon against
mm.
the brightest women. You don't see that. It doesn't. It's not communicated. You don't see Darkseid's cunning because you
No,
would
no.
deliver. If somebody's that cunning, you deliberately try and mislead them and keep them in the dark up until it's too late.
True.
You
But
know,
also, Darkseid clearly is a lazy son of a bitch without any plans. And he only uses brute force in any of these movies.
yeah,
Like even like he has no plan. And
yeah,
I don't understand. Like Darkseid to me is a very dumb, big villain. Like I
yeah.
don't feel the threat. I'm actually if the Snyderverse continues, I can't wait until they kill Darkseid and then they can find another big bad because I'm not fucking with it. And it's
Yeah,
sad because it's Darkseid.
because it's dark
You know.
side.
But
Dark side is
I'm like, I'm like, kill Darkseid. Let's get some Vandal Savage. Maybe Vandal Savage will entertain me, but I'm not fucking with
I
this.
will riot. I will riot if they make Randall Savage more of a threat to this world
Right?
than Darkseid. I'm hoping and I'm praying to God, and I do not, and believe me, when I say I am praying to God that they decide to gather, act together, and make Darkseid the super villain level threat that he's supposed to be. He cannot, I cannot allow him to be outdone by Thanos. I love Thanos. No, I don't. He's
Wait,
son of a bitch.
wait. I'm sure this is the question that everybody is probably wanting to answer for themselves and see
Yeah.
from everybody else. But Snyderverse, continue. Yay or nay? Should we get a sequel? Should we continue down this road? I'll give you my honest opinion. I think it. I
Yeah.
think we can. I think we can flush this down the toilet. I
I
really
don't,
look. Look.
I
I think
don't,
this is.
I don't want to say it because I know so many fans and I so many people who love it. But to be honest, no, it's okay. We are done. We are done.
No. Look, I
Yeah,
think it's way better than Joss Whedon, and that's what the movie
but
set out to be. But
yeah,
let's flush this down the toilet. Start again. This
yeah.
is not what I want.
And that's my biggest gripe. My biggest gripe is that it's exactly that it's because the first movie was so bad. People are enjoying this
Mm,
so much more that they most
mm,
probably will go ahead and make the sequels. But if this
yeah,
movie came out for how many years
yeah.
ago? 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, as
We'd
it
all
was
be like
intended,
collectively.
we would we would all be pissed
We'd all be
because
pissed.
Martian Manhunter and all these things are there that don't add up. There's no build up. It's like
It
it's
still suffers from a lot of issues. A lot of issues. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think flush it down. Look, Zach, well done. You're a
Thank you.
visual fucking genius. You're a
Thank you
visual
for
genius. I will give you that.
thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your hard work. Thank
Mm,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you for your service, man.
but no.
But nah,
And
I'm good.
I went in this movie because of my Marvel bias. I wanted to like this movie because I thought let me have an open mind and give DC a chance, you know? I've never.
That's the thing. I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. I'm a DC person. Always
Yeah,
have been.
I
Always will
know.
be. But yeah.
I know, and that's what breaks my heart because I want to see things from your perspective because I like the reason like one of my biggest issues I had with Marvel was like Marvel heroes are practically gods pretending to be human. Well, no.
Mm.
I mean DC
Humans
heroes.
pretend to be gods.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
DC heroes are basically the gods pretending to be um,
Mm.
human, and then we've got Marvel heroes who are basically men men who are trying to step up to an equation in an unfortunate
Mm.
set of circumstances. Peter
Mm.
Parker has real world age to deal with.
Mm.
Tony Stark gets drunker and drunker the more he goes
Mm.
forward.
Mm.
Captain America is suffering from extreme loneliness, no matter how much you bite, no matter how much you
Mm.
slice it. What do we get from what? And that's what resonated with me the most. Oh no, of course, let's not get into X Men. X Men converted me years ago because
Yeah.
as a
No,
fan,
X-Men's great though.
yeah, because I could relate so much with other characters. Me being the socially awkward, closeted, sad creature that was living a double life. I knew I could relate with being a mutant all my entire life,
Mm.
and that's why I
Mm.
always wanted to have my own Genoshas. Like, let's go. I want to make this whole island where
Mm.
everybody can just be themselves. That's where it came from.
Mm.
So that's my bias from Marvel. Now, when I go into DC, I love DC. I enjoy Justice League because of the action and the fighting
Mm.
and the moral. There's no moral compromise. We will do what is right because it is right.
Yeah.
There is no, and that's what I love about it. There's
Oh
no,
man.
oh, let's think about it. Is it right? Is it wrong? There's a gray area. No, with
Mm.
DC, right is right, wrong is wrong. and
Yeah, I want to like look up to heroes. The Snyderverse, there's nothing to look up to.
there's nothing to
I'm
look up
sorry.
to.
You
Yeah,
can
and
you
and
can
that's
play all the Russell Crowe fucking voiceovers you want. Kal-El is not leading anyone into the sun in
yeah.
that fucking movie.
No, it isn't.
They're
No, it
all
isn't.
fucking weird people, and they're not heroes. But I'm
Uh,
voting. Let's just look. Well done, Zach.
that's
Let's
our
see what
official.
Robert Pattinson has in mind.
So that's our official ruling. So,
That's yeah.
okay, other like we did with
That's definitely our official. Yeah.
other like we did with One Division. Out of a score of 1 out of 5, what would you give this movie?
Oh, Justice League. You know the problem is I'm gonna score it a little bit higher than it deserves because of how shit the Joss Whedon one is. Because no
Yeah,
matter how much I try, I can't get that movie out of my head. So I know what piece of shit is, and
yeah,
this is not that.
exactly.
So look, I'll give it a 3.5. I think that's
Yeah,
I think that's good enough.
I was about to give it like it's a solid 75%. So I was going to work that out, which would
Yeah,
be
look.
yeah,
Mm,
it's a solid 75%. It's a B. It's a B because
yeah,
and
actually, yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
he
I'm
every
taking. I'm stepping back. I initially gave it an A, but I'm giving it a B, B
yeah,
plus.
it's a B plus. And to
It's
be
a
honest,
good time. Mm,
you enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy yourself. You're going to love it. The guys who are not really into the comic world were going to enjoy it for days, and it will also for them it will also will be more or less satisfactory, more or less. It will leave people with more questions than answers, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
definitely.
sticking towards. And then to also add to the whole uh, to agree with you, it's because the first movie was so bad. I mean, it was like that movie was like a negative 3 out of 5, and you
Mm,
managed, and that's the thing. You managed to go all the way up to a 6. To You managed to go all the way up to a 3.5 from negative integers. That's what I'm sensing, and that's what I feel about this movie. But
you know,
on its own,
you
no.
you know what's sad is like this movie has done probably the most damage, and the person's not even involved in it, and then that's Joss Whedon. after watching this movie, it made me think back on all of Joss Whedon's work, and I realized maybe he's not the savior that people made him out to be.
True.
Because I mean, his Justice League was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron is an incoherent mess. Avengers One does. I mean, it did some great. Did some great. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. Sometimes I still enjoy it, but the flaws of that movie stick out so hard that
Mm.
it's hard for me to. It
Mm.
doesn't age well. It doesn't age well. But
Yeah.
like for what it
It
did do
did.
something really good. It gave us live action superheroes for the first time in one thing. But I
And
don't.
and for a
But Joss
prototype, it
Whedon's
did all right.
direction is horrible.
For a prototype, it did all right, and it was a
Yeah,
good.
it did all right.
And we're never gonna discount that final battle was a final battle at the end. It was a climactic end, and it also left a foreshadowing
Yeah,
sense of, oh wait, there's more to come. But this one,
but I
just
also hate. Yeah,
but with the Justice League he made, it was a disaster from the get go because it's as if he deliberately forgot everything that he did right in Avengers. And what Warner Brothers, I'm sure, was asking was just to
definitely.
copy and paste.
I mean,
We're
there's a lot of similarities between, I think the mess of Justice League and Age of Ultron.
yeah.
I think Age of Ultron, we let it go, but I think we need to be a lot more critical on that movie. That
Oh
movie
no,
is
fact that
not
I
that great.
oh no, fact that I'm very critical about that movie. Oh, don't. I do not excuse that
Yeah,
movie, right? But
Age of
the only
Ultron,
oh god, no, it was terrible. It was terrible for
Age of
all the wrong
Ultron.
reasons because yeah, it didn't make sense. I couldn't I couldn't I couldn't get into the suffering of Ultron. As much as I could see
Yeah.
that trying to tell me that Ultron is a flawed being, I could get his philosophy. I could get what he's trying, but he wasn't. They weren't communicating it well enough for the audience to feel what we are feeling. We are supposed to feel the hopelessness of what's coming, and that's the thing about Ultron. Ultron knows what is coming because he's part. He's part. He's basically a part of the consciousness of the Mind Stone. So he knows about Thanos and he knows what's being planned. And he knows that it's pointless.
Mhm.
It's pointless to try and fight it right now. So he was like saying, rather than fight, trying to fix a broken mess, let's just euthanize everyone. And that's missing because I could see the motive, I could see what's going on, but it was not communicated well enough because, oh, I'm trying to become a
Yeah,
person.
but it's also hard to get invested when your villain is fucking making quips all the time. Like, quippity quip quip quip. Everyone's like the movie is trying so hard to be smart and funny,
At the same
and
time.
it's like and it's in your face, and you just eventually just so tired of it because
Yeah,
it's just oozing Joss Whedon all over you, and you're just
true,
like, dude, shut the
true.
fuck up. Like I'd
And
rather have the characters speak through and not you.
And if you look at Ultron as a character, especially in, like you remember the Cartoon Network show Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's the best Avengers,
Mm,
the best Avengers cartoon show of them all. You can fight me, you can diss me, I don't care.
mm,
That was the best they had ever made. That was the zenith of the Avengers.
mm,
Anyway, that part you could
mm.
see Ultron's design was basically the hubris of Ant-Man and Iron Man,
Yeah.
and you could see it, and you could see, and it was also foretold, it was foreshadowing. Like, oh, oops, oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh no, oh, and here we are. Here,
Here we are.
and what I liked about Ultron then is that he was smart enough to know how to hurt each and every one of those characters, and then make replacements.
Mm,
So he had a
mm.
plan. And if you read the comics about Age of Ultron, he also had a plan. It was a dire one. When I saw the name Age of Ultron, I was expecting something closer to, the Empire Strikes Back level bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they nailed it with Infinity War,
Yeah.
but that's clearly what they were aiming for with Ultron. But it was a strike and a miss, a heavy
Yeah,
miss.
a heavy mess. It was face
But
plant. he swung
Nah, it
his
was
neck.
piece of shit. Also,
Yeah.
I felt like Ultron wasn't Ultron in that movie. I felt like that was the voice of Joss Whedon. Ugh, and it was just, and after hearing it, I don't ever want to be around that man.
Yeah,
It just seems like such an asshole.
it's the same thing. I can't. It's one. The Age of Ultron is the one Avengers movie I can't really enjoy rewatching. I can enjoy watching the first one, and I know it's true. I
Mm.
can watch it and I can go. Duh, my brain can going straight into background and watch this movie from beginning to end. Age of Ultron. What are the what's the iconic moment that says, "Oh, I like this movie"? The only thing that I like was that conversation he had with Vision, and then they nerfed Vision.
Mm. Wow. Vision, the sad death of Vision.
Oh God,
Uh,
the
yeah.
irony, the
Look,
irony in that name. Anyway, you're going back into Marvel and you're talking about DC.
yeah, yeah.
Let's go back
So,
into DC now.
so with Zach
Yes,
and the future, what are your expectations now with the future of DC? Where do you think we're gonna go?
Lex Luthor is going to try his luck
Not
at that.
not necessarily where you want us to go, but what like I mean, let's look at the movies performing well.
Yeah,
HBO Max is crashing. Everybody's watching this movie. Everyone's talking about this movie. There's
and
hashtag. I think there's already hashtag Bring Back the Snyderverse.
I watched it
What do you think?
legally.
Yeah.
I
Yes, of
watched it
course.
legally. Apple
Yes,
TV
HBO
to the
Max.
rescue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask
I
me
watched it
that.
at a friend's house. I watched it at a friend's house. That's what I did. So
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
watched it at a friend's house. I don't know. I'm forgetting my friend's name, but I always do that. So, anyways,
This risky friend. He's someone just comments below.
but
That
I
friend.
mean,
Yeah.
for me, hopefully, yeah, hopefully, look, I think before the Snyderverse had its resurgence, it seemed like DC was going with a way more grounded approach. They weren't, they were doing a lot more standalone movies. Like, if you look at the Harley movie, if you look at the Batman
Mm,
movie, the
mm,
Joker movie, I
mm.
think the Shazam movie. And to be honest, I would prefer DC to go in that route,
You see that?
especially with especially with the Batman that we're getting. Like when I saw that trailer, I was like, oh shit, this is exactly what I'm
Yeah,
hoping for.
yeah.
I hope we stick to that. I mean, they announced they're doing a Zatanna movie. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about Zatanna, but
I,
at
I
least someone does.
well, I kind of do because I like her. I like her reverse her reverse language styles. They always amuse me to no end.
True, but like what? Because like if you think about the trend with the DC movies,
Mm.
outside of the Snyderverse, they're trying to be high concept movies
Yeah,
with
true
a
that.
message.
Yeah, they are.
So what message is going to be in Zatanna? Are we going to do another female empowerment movie? I think we just got that with Harley Quinn,
I
and
think
I don't know if that did so well.
I think that's exactly what you're going to get. Nowadays, you cannot go female empowerment enough. You're gonna press that button up until it breaks.
Uh, no, but like, come on, man. Jeez, do we really need another one? Like, and
Yes,
look, you can make as many female empowerment movies as you want, but does the same studio have to make the same movie with the same characters? Also, did we just get Wonder Woman? God damn, like, how many of these movies do we need?
please
I'm just
ignore,
saying.
please ignore the rantings of this other gender.
Okay, fine, fine.
This other gender
But
is not.
anyways,
This other gender is not to be messed with.
listen, look, all I'm saying is I'm happy with the direction DC was going in.
Yeah,
Um,
but
and
as
and yeah,
as this
they
movie brings
also
in
there's
more
also
money, I tell the the either whether you want, maybe they might grow up here and not go into the Snyderverse. They're gonna say we gave you enough first service, go away. But bottom line is they want to make
mm,
profits too, and they've been falling behind. So they most likely will oblige the fans because they we enjoyed the Snyderverse, unfortunately or fortunately or unfortunately, we enjoyed this movie so much that it might kickstart a resurgence. And if they do, I hope I hope they take it a step further and stop being afraid of going as dark as it should be, going as dire as the story is
Mm,
supposed to go, because it's supposed to show how desperate the situation is. We need to call all the heroes on Earth because we are in trouble, not because it's a convenient thing.
mm,
I mean,
right.
if it was convenient, we've got armies, we've got the military, and that's the other thing that I was thinking about. Okay, it's a Russian town that's radioactive and nobody lives there. Are you telling me no army, anyone is quarantining the area in Russia out of all places?
Gosh.
I was
Listen,
I was expecting the Russian army to at least be there. Even in Avengers there was a grunt force of soldiers fighting the other characters. No, no, no,
mm,
not with DC. We are gone. We need no army. The
look,
DC Avengers.
I'm also very curious as to what the direction, like how they'll pick directors for their projects, because I know when they announced HBO Max and they
Mhm.
put all these films on the HBO Max slate,
Yeah.
they didn't tell these directors. So the director of Dune,
Oh God.
and other big Warner Brothers movies
And,
were
and,
unfortunately caught off hand. So I don't know. Are well known and well established directors willing to work with HBO Max, knowing that they fundamentally sometimes, or actually most of the time, don't have any respect for their filmmakers. And I'd
and,
like to see.
and let's be honest. Also, HBO can has a tendency of being career killers.
They really do.
Yeah.
I mean, hashtag release the Ayer cut. Everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a better version of Suicide Squad.
So,
I mean,
somebody
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that movie, but I'm hoping maybe there's a
that
better
makes
version.
sense. And it's the other thing that also comes to mind would be the because now they bizarrely, and oh my god, I hope it doesn't happen. Bizarrely, now that they've seen how these things work, they're asking people to make a reshoot of Game of Thrones. And if they do that,
Oh shit!
I will, I will drive off a cliff.
No, I think they should. Well, I think they should wait for the book series to finish if they want to do
Exactly,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
Even though Mr. Martin is taking his sweet time.
no, but it's worth it, man. Wait it out because what are you gonna do? Get another bunch of writers to try and predict what George is actually writing and then fuck it up again? I think let's just wait for the man to finish his books. I mean, to be honest, if there really is something they want to rewrite, you know what I'm gonna say. Fuck, we need an ending to Star Wars, baby. We need the right motherfucking ending. I cannot live my life knowing Palpatine came back. Actually, did he come back? Actually, we don't even know. Whatever
Did
it is, you see exactly. I need new Star Wars. I'm sorry.
who's been messing up everything? It was Palpatine all along. It was Palpatine, Palpatine, Palpatine all along. And I killed your parents too. No,
mm.
no, no, no.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Anyway,
Palpatine.
anyway. So what?
Yeah.
So we've given our endings, we've given our scores. You guys can comment, rant, rage, agree with us, disagree with
Yeah.
us. We love talking to you guys. Yeah, I think
Yeah. Thank you
that's
so much for listening. I mean, we've been ranting for a while, but thank you
yeah,
guys so much. Well, we've been ranting a lot.
yeah.
But thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this.
We flew into a golden rage, but still, thanks for your listening.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for
All
relating.
right.
And if we're incorrect about something, correct us. I don't mind nitpicking if it's factual. If you go to the if you stick to the source, we don't clap back
That's true.
hard.
And even then, I'd like to hear what people think. Do they
Yeah.
want to see more from Zach? Do you want to see less? What direction do you think DC should go? I'd
Can you
love to
do no
hear.
wrong? Am I being just a
Yeah.
bit? Am I being just a butthead Marvel boy?
Yeah. Is this secretly a genius movie and I'm just
You
too
know,
dumb to see it? I don't. Let
with
me know.
Kofifi.
Really?
You know,
Really?
you don't remember they said that Kofifi was an it was an undercover code word that Trump was using to
Mm.
tell people
Yeah.
about the Illuminati or some stupid shit like that. So maybe this is like a Kofifi moment. You don't know now, but like
Um,
archaeologists
that
later on
sounds
is like,
very it sounds very Alex Jonesy to me. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens, man. Is should we get someone to actually should we get a real actor to play Darkseid? Or instead of this CGI mess? I don't know. What do you
I
guys
hope
think?
so. I hope so.
Mm.
Could you and also could you please not do it, not follow the Marvel example of uh, uh, trying to give the villain an emotionally engaging backstory. We don't need to
Oh yeah.
understand. We don't need to understand why every single bad guy is doing what he's doing. He's evil, you know. Can we not have an ultimate evil character anymore? What's wrong with that? What's wrong
Yeah,
with
not
having
everyone needs to.
yeah, no,
Mm.
not everyone. We do not have to have sympathy for the devil. We don't. For
Yeah,
every
I mean
single
they
story. No, it's okay. Thank you.
um, yeah, we don't need to have a Cruella for the dark side. It's okay. It's all
Uh,
right.
I'm not gonna watch
We
Cruella.
don't.
I'll be directing, kicking, and screaming. I hate what they're doing. I hate what that Disney's doing to all its villains. I used to.
Oh,
No,
are you criticizing the female empowerment movie? Oh dear God, sir.
no. I'm
You better
criticizing.
keep that to yourself.
I'm not. No, they're not empowering. They're not empowering the characters. They're disempowering. They're in fact insulting them. That's my
Okay,
criticism.
you go with
Yeah,
that. No, I'm just kidding.
Maleficent, Maleficent was a cold ass, hardcore, ultra evil bitch. And then they decide, oh, she's just misunderstood. Let's feel sorry for her. No, she's evil. Let her
No,
be evil. Let her let her motives be as petty as you didn't invite me to a goddamn birthday party. Me.
look, I'm looking forward to watching Cruella because I think it's gonna be a horrible movie, and I think it's gonna be a great time to watch. I think it's just gonna be, and I feel bad because I actually like Emma Stone, but
I
I
don't.
think it's gonna be horrible, and it doesn't need to exist. I think it's just trying to sell Cruella toys
Yeah,
or
because
whatever, man.
it's like watching a train smash. I don't want to put myself into it. It's like it's the same reason I didn't watch Coming to America too.
Oh yeah, actually, we should probably talk about that sometime. We should talk
Yeah.
about
We'll,
the
do-
20-year-old sequel.
we'll, do- we'll
Why did it? Mm,
maybe if I'm compelled to watch it, fair. Guys, comment below. Should I watch it so that I can rage on it? Because
yeah.
I am not in the mood. I couldn't be bothered. I liked the first one. It was good enough representation, but it was also kind of sort of
Mm,
offensive. If you think about the way they were painting
true.
Africa, it was like, huh. Oh, look, the king is eating breakfast. Oh, look, there's an elephant walking outside the door.
Um, true. And then you also have uh
Uh,
I'm not
that
gonna get into the weird sexual behavior that was taking place in that movie, but there's
I
also
haven't watched
that.
it.
But
I haven't watched it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
okay. No, I'm talking about Coming to America 1, not 2, but
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, sewing his
Yeah.
role. Yeah, I've seen that one. And
Mm,
then
mm.
I mean, we've already got Black Panther. Afrofuturism is now happening finally. Do
Yeah,
we
that's true.
do we need a coming to America after we've got a world where the colonizer is called exactly that? You're a colonizer. Don't talk to me.
Also, I haven't watched Coming to America 2, but I know the first one is a rom-com. And I don't know what this movie is. It can't technically be a rom-com because Eddie Murphy's what married to his queen. So what is he gonna do? Find
He's
another
going
wife?
he's going to get his
It's not a
son.
rom-com again.
I think the motive is about him going to get his son from America.
But that's weird because you can't make a sequel and then suddenly shift genres. Then the audience is a bit. I'm a bit jarred as an audience member. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that's just.
since when do rom-coms since when do rom-coms even have sequels? By the definition, they're not supposed to have sequels because it's supposed to be a happily ever after.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Unless you're Bridget Jones, I think Bridget Jones got three. Jeez. Her life just keep going
Jeez.
to shit. but like, but yeah.
over and over again.
Mm. But
Yeah, so
anyways, I think
I think
that's it for us.
that's
Snyder
it
Cut,
for us.
yeah.
Yes. I think what I'm going to be talking about next week. What should we talk about? Should we just keep people guessing? I'm thinking. I was wondering, is there any way? Oh, yeah. We'll talk afterwards because I want to at least watch one episode of Bucky and the Winter Soldier because there's something I really want to bring up
Mm.
that I hope they touch on. I did mention to it in the first podcast. Like, I need to see how they're coping with life without Captain America. You know what I mean?
Look, I've watched the first episode, so mum's the word, and then we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it next week. That's the thing. And
Yeah.
also, let us know because I'm also thinking maybe we should make it more not more entertaining, rather. And if you think
Interactive.
more
Yeah.
interactive, yeah. Maybe we should put like question and answers or something like that, or um, viewer submitted stories, or maybe you could also read some fanfics. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's
send me a link of your favorite fanfics of your favorite whatever genre it is, except for Wincest. Do not give me Wincest. I will not deal with that. Then perhaps we could read and react to that and see whether the writing direction is going, and see whether this is a good story. We should actually put this forward, or actually it should be drawn. We should be drawn like a sack of puppies. Yes, I did quote Freezer.
mm. No, I think that's not a bad idea. Plus, I mean, I wouldn't mind. We could even do something a bit theme. Maybe we can run through some '90s anime.
Yeah,
Nothing recent, just the '90s stuff. Just so at least it's concluded. There's no spoilers,
yeah.
and we can talk about what worked, what didn't work. And these are some popular titles: Cowboy Bebop,
Rurouni Kenshin.
Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin. Ooh, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that, but
Now we are because I had to cut it out from the last chapter because it was getting too
yeah,
long. But the
yeah.
things we were talking about were so important that I really felt like what, if
Mm,
at our first earliest convenience, we really should bring this topic back up because it's a very good
mm,
thing. Because I was not only calling out, we are calling ourselves out, we're calling everybody out on our
true.
biases. So it's something that we really need to talk about. So
Mm,
Kenshin, there are a few others. There's so many. There's so many. And also, we
yeah,
also
there's
we,
so many.
and we also want to spend time talking about how anime actually did influence a lot of the South African identity that the people don't realize about. We grew up on anime. We didn't grow up on
Yeah,
Disney up until 94, 95.
that's true. None of the Disney merchandise or Disney franchises are really
Mm.
that influential in my life, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
only been since they bought everything else, but
true.
what they create in house, trust me, I don't own much Disney shit. Actually, if anything, yeah,
Now that you mention
not
it,
even DVDs. My DVD collection has like very like no Disney movies.
now that you mention it, what do I have
Yeah,
with
I was
Disney?
not like that.
Do Soap count? No, that's definitely anime.
But then again, I'm not sure if we were the demographic. I mean, technically, I think most of the features were for young girls,
Yeah,
hence the princesses. But
so many
still,
of them. So many of them.
so many of
That's why I
them.
related so much to Aladdin.
Yeah, but I have my issues with Aladdin, which we'll talk about actually. I have a lot of issues with Aladdin. Not
I
the
got,
movie, but
I got it. I got it. Our next chapter, we're gonna talk about Disney. It's gonna title Disney. We need to talk.
all right, cool. Disney,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
do it.
Let's talk about Disney and everything. So, guys,
Let's let's run through the Disney catalog next week. Yeah,
uh,
give us suggestions, titles,
yeah,
whatever you want to talk about with Disney, all Disney. I
and
mean, you can even slide in some Pixar if you want.
through that, and
Mm.
please let us know if you agree with us, disagree with us, hate us, tweet at us. Okay, I don't do Twitter. Who does Twitter? I'm not good at the Twitter. Instagram, yes.
I don't
Instagram,
do Twitter anymore.
uh,
They kicked off Donald Trump, and I'm very offended by that. I'm kidding.
yeah,
I
you're in
never
a
had
republic.
Twitter. Um,
you- You're in a
yeah,
republicanism swing again. I love the fact that's why I called it off last week. Like, oh, he's being a Republican. Cut.
yeah.
That's it.
my inner Republican. Just I can't help it. No, I'm just kidding.
Immigrants, immigrants, immigrants. Okay.
I'm just kidding. If you want to make a Zatanna movie, you can make as many Zatanna movies as you want. It's okay. It doesn't mean I have to watch it, but you're more than welcome to make as many Zatanna movies as you want.
That's what I feel. But for me, Zatanna is so low tier that if they're making a Zatanna movie, might as well go ahead and make a Red Tornado movie.
Yeah.
or, or
I mean, also, wouldn't we need to have a Doctor Fate movie before we get
really
Zatanna? Don't we
Zatanna
need?
and a Constantine movie. I don't know how they're going to handle a
Yeah.
Constantine movie. Either the,
Yeah.
to be honest, to be authentic to the character, they need to make a Constantine an R-rated movie because facts about it, the guy's bisexual, and I
Yeah,
know,
he is. Also,
many people don't like to talk about it. Like the guy swings both ways. Children, make peace with that fact.
mm,
So you're
and
not
like,
gonna make a Constantine movie without having to press press the rainbow button because yes, the liberal gays and bisexuals are going to rise up against you. Then it's like finally we get
mm.
representation. Oh, he's nerfed.
No, I think everyone's on board for that. I don't think anyone's gonna lose their mind. Like, shit, it's 2021. Also, like, I think Guillermo del Toro is like born to make that movie. Like, jeez, if there was ever a person who needs to make a Constantine, it's that guy. And I'd love to watch it. And then, yeah, also, I'm not looking forward to J.J. Abrams' Black Superman movie. I don't know. I'm just getting red flags there. Red fucking
I think
flags, man.
I think we did talk about this yesterday, but I'll mention it again.
Mm,
I don't want a Black Superman movie. We have where is
yeah,
my static? Where is my static?
yeah. Where's
What
Icon?
where is where where's Green Lantern?
Yeah,
We have a Black Green Lantern, no? You know,
yeah, we do.
you know.
Also, JJ, guys, I have a horrible relationship with JJ Abrams. Like, it's
Lance
fucking
flares.
dirt.
We're
No,
going
but
to
like, come on, are we gonna let JJ do this again?
they're going
Are we
to
really gonna let?
they're going to be less flaring, but it's going to be less flaring with the cross, with the Jesus, with the Savior cross
Oh my
behind
god.
it.
Yo, if there's a cancel the JJ cut, I'm definitely joining that. I'll get Twitter just for hashtag cancel the JJ cut. I cannot I
No,
cannot let JJ.
no.
I I think I don't even like Superman's cool. He's not even like in my top five superheroes, but I don't want JJ anywhere near
I
Superman.
I
Especially Black Superman. Black
mhm.
Superman. We're gonna get to JJ.
Can't we get a black
Nah.
director at least?
Yes.
Are they
Can we at least
is
get
it, that's you see the multi-level level of annoyance I have with this thing is that first they're pandering to pandering to everybody who's
yeah.
not white. So it's like okay, he's not white this time. Because he's an alien, we always knew that he's technically not supposed. He could be whatever race he wants. But the fact that you've chosen this,
Yeah.
while there's other decent, powerful, no,
Yeah. I don't know.
why?
Look, it's already gonna happen. So we just have to live with it. But maybe they can change up the creative team. Like, can we get Rick Fukuyama to like, or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but the guy who directed Dope and a few episodes of Mandalorian. It's a black
Okay,
guy. Let's get him to do
this
Superman. And he's already like, no.
here's what I've got to say about that. People used to say that it's done anyway when Disney bought Star Wars, and we all decided, you know what, let's calm down and let's relax and let's see what's going to happen and maybe give them a benefit of the doubt. I'm out
Mm,
of giving benefits of the doubt because of Star Wars, because of what they've done to Star Wars. I know how quickly they can make a
yeah.
mess out of a good story, out of a good concept, and what I hate
Mm,
and it has been my biggest criticism about the Superman anything from the get-go, is that they took what the original story was and then they've made him into a literal Jesus impersonator.
yeah.
He represents everything that's he represents all the good things about mankind, He's literally, oh,
But also, I don't want JJ because JJ doesn't bring any new ideas. All he's gonna do is gonna suck up the nostalgia train. So he's
yeah.
gonna be borrowing stuff from other Superman movies and then
Well,
combining it into this and making a weird mash where we don't know anything about JJ Abrams, but he's
you're,
just basically sucking that nostalgia train. And I don't want that from Superman. Like I think we are ready to get a new idea or a new look at Superman, not
are,
black, but a new look.
are you saying this he, because you saw the disaster he did with Star Wars and you're afraid it's going to take away your precious DC heroes?
No, but he's done that to everyone. He does it
True
to
that.
everyone. He did that to Star Trek.
Yeah,
He did it with Star Wars.
oh, we didn't have
Even Mission Impossible, guys. If you watch Mission Impossible 3, which don't get me wrong, it's actually quite a fun movie, but he didn't bring anything new to Mission Impossible.
I've
And then
actually
after
watched it.
when it was Mission Impossible, when you watch Mission Impossible 4, then you go, oh shit, these Mission Impossible movies are actually really good. Mm-mm. It wasn't JJ. It wasn't JJ. No, I just don't want JJ Abrams. I just maybe he should do. I don't know. I'm
You know
trying to
what?
think what would be the perfect thing
You
for
know,
JJ to do. I don't know. Power Rangers.
oh hell no!
No, he should
Power
do Power Rangers.
Power Rangers is bad enough as it is. It's like trying to. It's like
No, but Power Rangers thrives off of its nostalgia. Like, how many
oh
times are they gonna make like a special where the 10 Red Rangers come back and then they have to fucking
oh
fight
gosh,
something?
oh
See, and
god.
Power Ranger fans love that shit. So, and that's perfect for JJ. JJ, if you ever want to do something, please do
You know,
fucking Power Rangers. Just
yeah.
don't do Superman.
I was about to say something like I was aiming more trying to. JJ should just go fix every single mess Michael Bay did,
Oh,
except for Bad Boys. Leave
no,
Bad
no,
Boys
definitely.
alone. Bad Boys is poetic genius. That's Michael Bay at his best. Everything else, just take it
You
and
know
give it to
what?
JJ.
You're right. Maybe Transformers would actually be pretty good in
It would be better if
JJ's.
it would JJ.
I think he'd make a good. I think he'd also make a good Pokemon movie actually,
Yeah,
because Pokemon can also suck on that nostalgia train,
yeah.
and I think he'd do well with that. But I
But
don't. I don't
make a
want him to
decent
do.
plot. Thank God.
Look, I mean, Force Awakens is probably JJ's best movie by
Ever,
far.
ever.
But the
Which is
problem with
sad.
it is it's nothing new.
Yeah, which is exactly what everyone said. This is the New Hope version 2.
Mm. Yeah, with just better VFX.
Yeah,
But
but
like,
it worked. Here's the problem, girls. Here's the problem, boys and girls. That movie actually worked. Then it's a good introduction. It's like, oh, there is potential, and that then
mm,
then it went south real fast, and then it was just when everybody was going on about, oh, JJ is back,
mm,
he's gonna take care with the rise of Skywalker, and I'm thinking, Skywalker number one, he's dead. Which Skywalker are you guys referring to? Because the
ish,
only person who's sort of related is Ben Solo. Ben Solo. There is
that's
no,
true. Yeah.
there's no Skywalker. And secondly, you've been spending. Secondly, who's the iconic supervillain? You know what? Here's what I would have done, and this is me trying to this is me trying to petition Disney to support me so that I can stop making that damn movies. I would have made Kylo Ren a lot more awesome. He would have been the new supervillain, and
Mm,
the quest then would have been of ultimately letting go of holding on to the idea that there's still that there's always good in some
redemption.
there's always redemption for somebody over the good of the entire galaxy. That would have been the story that I would have gone for. But at the same time, Kylo Ren was nerfed. They should have made him much more awesome. I know people who love Kylo Ren, and I wanted to love Kylo Ren. Trust me. And I did like him in the
Mm.
first movie a little. I mean, the moment where he force stopped a laser bot, it was just like,
Yeah, that was awesome.
I
I think they
think,
kind of.
oh,
I think they messed.
oh,
I think they messed up with Kylo Ren in the second movie, and
mhm.
like, which is weird to say because that's when I like him the most. Because his revelation in that movie is the revelation Ray was supposed to have,
Yeah,
but Kylo had it. So then the writer kind of fucked up in that sense because like
yeah,
he's the one who was like, you need to let go of the dark and the light, But then if your villain comes to that realization and then the
Before you.
protagonist doesn't, yeah, then you guys kind of fucked up because at that point I was like, oh shit, Kylo Ren is right. And then everything Ray did to me just was weird and was lost in old, it was just lost. So
And then,
and then they backtracked in the third one, and then I was like, man, this movie just doesn't know where the fuck it's going.
yeah, and it's funny how we get back to Star Wars again. Have you noticed?
It's because we actually just need to at some point just talk about Star Wars and get it out the way,
Yeah.
so we can just let it go. Maybe we should talk about Star Wars next week,
Yeah,
or
maybe
tomorrow or whatever, and then get it out of the fucking.
Okay, I've got it. Comment below. What should you talk about? Should you talk about Disney? Do you need to do you need to have a sit down discussion about Disney, or should you finally just let our Star Wars frustration go and talk about Star Wars next week? Comment below.
Listen, I think you should comment below and say we should talk about Star Wars, because if you don't, I'm gonna be bothering you people with Star Wars. We'll be talking about like blue skies, and I'd be like, oh man, the blue skies is Star Wars though. Like I wish.
so basically it's an election with one vote. Star Wars or Star Wars.
Yeah. Guys, please, we can talk about anything. Trust me. For your own safety, just let me talk about Star Wars.
It's Star Wars and how Disney screwed up Star Wars. Those are
Or just Star Wars in general. We could do prequels, the originals, and I'd actually love to talk about the originals, because I don't think people talk about the originals that much, except for the basic. They're really good, and then they just move on. And then
no, we should talk about
the
Disney
Wars.
Because as much as I love the originals, I do love the originals. There are some glaring plot holes, but it's a movie that came out in 1977. People didn't really care about plot holes back then. We can nitpick now, but not then. But just because just because it happened in 1977 or whichever year it did, doesn't mean we can't bring these things up now, because poor writing is poor writing regardless of the age. So I think
true.
Yeah. So guys, next week we are finally talking about Star Wars.
Finally.
And Disney. As if we've been holding off this topic for the last 5 years. And they've been remember, my friend, we've got 1 million subscribers. 1 million.
You know what I just thought of?
Yes.
I just thought of, it's like we're gonna talk about Star Wars, and then I thought about Disney. Let's go get that son of a bitch.
I think that's enough to end this thing. That's how we're gonna end this thing off, guys. All right.
Cool.
As always, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell button. Let us know. Keep us in touch, and we'll see you next week. We'll try and upload every Saturday. I think every Saturday will be a new Nerdgasm podcast from us to you and everyone. Peace. Once again, Nerdgasm. Oh, by the way, I'm Tebello. We never introduced ourselves. You know that. I'm Tebello Hala, by the way, and you are.
Oh, hi guys. I'm Phila Massetti. I know you've been listening to me ramble, and now you know my name.
Yes. So
bye.
Yeah. That's Phila. This is Tebello. It's been good Nerdgasm. You all have a pleasant evening.
Yeah.
Or day.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.